everyone, Chivos here, bringing you another Football Manager 2016 video. It's time for another episode of my Pentagon challenge, but today there will be no game. And you're wondering, why is there no game? This is quite odd. Well, a lot's happened. We are still at a Raymer, but we could potentially be on the out. I will talk about that in a minute. I'm actually really happy about it too. It could not have come at a better time. But first things first, it's the end of the season. We'll talk about some awards that we have here. So first of all, Bayou Gutra has won the Player of the Year award. Now, he managed to rack up 13 assists and 4 goals in 24 games, with an average rating of 7.59. He did very well, and I can't complain about it whatsoever. But then Keith Morales won the top goal scorer award as well. He only appeared in 24 out of 32 games. Now the problem was Keith Morales did pick up a shoulder injury and has been out for I think it was a shoulder injury. He's been out for the last 2 to 3 months. His injury was. He's still not back. But he managed to rack up 28 league goals in his 24 appearances with 7 assists. He absolutely smashed it, and you know he will not be here next season. So they're pretty much the end of season awards. You also have to check here. We do have the Manager of the Year award, which we have won. A 64% winner ratio. PBR manager got second, and then the Persib manager got third. Right, the Team of the Year. Federici was in it, surprisingly. Ayanto, Igbenefo, Gutra, and Morales. So 5 really good players. Surprised that Federici, Ayanto, and Igbenefo are in there. But when you win the title, you've got to expect that. No surprise to see Morales and Gutra in there, though, the top goal scorer and the Player of the Year. So we will check quickly here. We do have a few more news. We have the overall best 11 now. Keith Morales did manage to go into the overall best 11, but he only managed to sit on the bench. Budeman and Dennis are the two that are in the starting 11. You also have Rossid, who hasn't made the first team. Siswan Toro hasn't made the first team yet. And Prasateo has made his name on the left-hand side for the overall best 11. And what can you do? We do have the end of season award. So if you do check here, Siswanto once again got player of the fans player of the year. And why is that? Because Siswanto is actually a legend at the club. Now, I'll just quickly go to this because I did not know this myself. If you go to their general, Hendro Siswanto is a legend. And why is he a legend? Because he spent nearly his whole career at the club and averages a 7.45 average rating. So Siswanto is exceptional. So no surprise there. Keith Morales got second and Lillipali got third. You could say Siswanto is Liverpool's Stevie Gerrard. So that's the comparison you can give it. Goal of the season was by Gutra vs Villa 2000. Katut Nugroho, a keeper who played once, was our signing of the season. And young player of the season was Keith Morales. The stats now, Morales bagged 34 goals in all competition. Siswanto got the highest average rating. Gutra and Prasateo both got 18 assists this season. So the wingers performing so well for us. It's incredible. Saputra had the best pass completion. 8 player of the match awards for Keith Morales. Igbenefo, Siswanto, and Ayanto had the most yellow cards. And Igbenefo and Ayanto had the most reds. Now, season review, we were knocked out in the Asian Champions League group stage. Unfortunate, but that is what happens. The Indonesian Super League, we were the winners. We lost in the quarterfinal of the Indonesian Cup against Persib. We lost in the preliminary round in the Singapore Cup. Now that was quite a surprise, but it happens. I've moved on from it. I don't really care. In the Indonesian Super Cup, we lost to Persib, so only managed to get 1 out of 5 trophies this season. But it's not that bad, to be honest. It's not that bad. You check the end of season confidence review. It's very secure, but I was offered a new contract in the recent days. Let me see if I can find it here. We did get £1,000 for winning the league. We also qualified for the Champions League as well. I'm trying to find here, so I'll go here, but just quickly I'll show you our schedule. So if you check here, the last time I saw you, I think was our loss to Beijing, which would be further down. It hasn't fully loaded properly, of course it hasn't. Okay, so our Beijing, which was quite a while ago, I do believe. It's here, our 6-1 demolition. We got absolutely killed, so that was unfortunate. And since then, a lot of red. And why did we get a lot of red? Morales was out. That is literally what I'm putting it down to. Morales was out. So we played against Villa 2000. We beat them 4-0. Morales and Saputra both scoring there. Then we played against who did we play against here? PSS. We beat them 3-1, and this was the game when Morales was injured right here. So Morales has been out since the 14th of the 4th, I do believe. I think it was this game here. Check Villa 2000. Yep, the 42nd minute, Keith Morales came off against Villa 2000. And they were out without him for the rest of the season. So we did lose to Percival. We did manage to score goals. So Putra, Bustomi, oh no, Morales was still there for that game apparently. It must have been after that when he picked up a serious knock. Let me just double check that. There was this game here, Persawangi. No, it might have been just before that game in Semen Padang, is it? No, it's not here, of course it's not. But anyway, he was injured. He went out for a very, very long time. He bagged 4 against Perseru. No, we're at the wrong point, that's why. We need to be here 4-0 against Villa 2000. So yeah, Saputra, Wansaya and Budaman, he didn't play from here onwards, so he was out for a very long time. We lost instantly. Then we had a 3-1 loss against Yokohama in the Champions League. We beat Burrito Putra 3-1, and you know, it all went downhill really after that. We lost 4-1 to Persib in the Indonesian Cup quarterfinal, leg 1. We beat Semen Padang 3-1 as expected, but then 3 losses in a row. The second time of the season, we lost 2-1 to Busan in the Champions League. We lost 2-1 to Persawangi, and we lost 3-2 to Persib. So Persib absolutely killed us. It was 7-3 on aggregate, I think. Persicam, we beat them 2-0, but then Bin Duong beat us in the Singapore Cup preliminary round. They smashed us, and I was quite surprised by that. It was 4-1 in the first half, so incredible there. But then a 2-2 draw was enough for us. I don't know, was it Persicam or was it after? No, it was after the Persicam game. We beat them 2-0, and Persib picked up a draw, so that was enough to see us win the league. And then we only picked up a draw and a loss, so very lucky to do it. But if you do check the final point standings, 70 points after 22 wins, 4 draws, and 8 losses. Persib picked up second with 64, and then Borneo on 61. And then the 4 teams getting relegated: Villa 2000, Bali United, Perseru, and Semen Padang. Now, I want to go back to the inbox for a second. Ray Macronis proposed talks to stay at the club. They're having heard that I might consider leaving. Now, why might I be leaving? Well, I'll show you that in just a second. Let me scroll down to it. Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors have offered me a job interview, and I took it. I thought this could be my way out of Arema. You know, I had just wrapped up the Champions League. As you can see, our under-21s won the league as well here. They've won it the last 2 years in a row. Our under-21s are fantastic. But I was offered the job at Jeonbuk Hyundai. You know, I saw they sacked their manager. I thought, I'm going to apply for it. I've got 2 extra licenses now. I've got the Continental C, I think it is, or the Continent. Yeah, I think it's the Continental C. So I have licenses now, which is good. It means I can actually get jobs elsewhere. It's not just a national; it's a Continental. So I saw the job was open. I applied, and then I wasn't expecting an interview. I managed to get one, and then they said, "Look, we want you to get a top half finish. We're currently in 6th place. I'm going to give you 230,000 on the wage budget. I'm going to give you 5 million in a transfer fee. What do you think you can do?" And I've looked at Jeonbuk, and I thought, well, the K-League Classic. Jeonbuk are in 5th. Top half, they need to finish higher than 6th. That's fine. They're currently in 5th place, 21 points, but I'm sure we can catch the top 3 now. Go Yang High FC have come out of nowhere and are on top of the ladder, but I'm sure we can do well in the K-League Classic. They asked, can you speak the language? No, I can't, but I'm sure I can do it. Look how well I've done with Arema. Started from nothing, and now the Champions League every year. Jeonbuk, if you check their schedule here, I don't think they qualified for Champions League this season. They've only got the K-League Classic. So we go back to the K-League Classic. We go to their stages and check last season. They finished 4th. So Pohang, Ulsan, and Busan all went to the Champions League. So as you can see, 1 team gets relegated, 3 go up into the Champions League. So we need a top 3 finish, which is the same as in Indonesia now. But the players at Jeonbuk are so much better. You check the players here. I know they're not in the best of form at the moment, but if you do check their key player, Kwong Chang-hun, this is their attacking midfielder. He's 26. He's worth 1.2 million, and there is so much on in his game. Alright. If you check their hot prospect, Ru Jae-hee, he's not the best. He's at 21. So he could still do a job. 19 to 20 determination is exceptional. And then you check their captain, Kim Ki-hee. You know, he's a centre back, 17 heading, 16 marking, and 15 tackling. I know he's 31, but he's a very good player. And they do have money in the bank, which is another thing to look at. Their finances are secure. They have a continental reputation. This could be an outstanding job. The question is, are we going to get an offer here? So this is why I've left it here. We've processed today, and Jeonbuk have approached me. They've offered me 1.7k per week. So at Arema, I'm getting 1.4 or 1.5. It's a 2-year deal, December 2022. So really, it's 1.5 years. It'll be the end of their next season. And all they've asked me to do is develop youth players, which I'm sure I can do. But as you can see here, qualify for the Asian Champions League. That's what they're telling me now. That should be no problem. A 4.89 million transfer budget and 275k per week wage budget. So you know what? We're going to take this job. We're going to say goodbye to Arema, because there is a new job on the horizon. I do feel bad leaving Arema, but here we go. I take charge of Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors. We have taken a new step, a big step in our book, and we'll have to see what happens. We've turned over a new leaf, and Jeonbuk is now my home. So we've moved from Indonesia. We're now in South Korea, and there is a lot to go on. Barbarouses has been offered to me off the bat. I don't think I'm going to take Barbarouses though. He's a good player, but I need to check out my squad. You know, go on here. It's all blue. This is my squad. So we'll have a look at the players in form at the moment. Kim Chung-hee, centre back, 20 years old. Not the best, but will do a job. Check out Kim Ki-hee. We've already checked him out. He can do a job. We already know that. Now, who else do we have that's in form at the moment? Song Soo-young is our current goalkeeper in form. He's not too bad. He can develop at the age of 17. That's not too bad. We have Seo Dong-jin, a 7.2 in his last couple of games. He's 21, can still develop, which isn't too bad. So we have Lee Byung-min as well, 22 years old. This guy is exceptional. Oh my god. He's very good. He could be a great player, especially if we're playing a flat 4-4-2. Who else do we have? Ang Jin Byom, 29 years old, centre midfielder. Not the best, but he's in form at the moment. Striker-wise, Ru Jae-ho. This guy, 21 years old, 4.5-star potential ability, 19 determination, and a 12 work rate. This guy is someone to keep our eye on. But they have a lot of young players, which I was worried about at Arema. But the squad here is huge. Now, if we do check the rules of the league quickly, we go in the K-League Classic and we check the rules here. So, no trialists allowed to play matches. 4 foreign players, 0 foreign goalkeepers. So, you must have a South Korean goalkeeper. Could be a problem, but I'm sure we can do that. 38 games. The league splits into 2 after 33. So, I'm not sure how that works. We'll soon find out. Top 6 teams qualify for Group A, bottom 6 teams qualify for Group B, and team in 11th position qualifies for a relegation playoff. Now, the top 3 teams qualify for the group stage, and one goes into the Champions League playoff, depending on the winner of the FA Cup. So 3 teams straight into the group stage. This is huge for us. Now, there's a 1 match ban for 3 yellow cards, makes sense. 1 match ban for every red card. Loans must end in a valid transfer window, and the only nation treated as non-foreign is North Korea. So it's going to be huge. It's actually going to be huge. Now, as you can see, we're 14 games in. We play 33 before it splits, but we are in the top division in Asia, they reckon. This has got the highest reputation. This is huge for us. We got the Super League up to 10th with our work there, but we are now in the top division. We have the likes of Pohang, Suwon, Ulsan, Busan, FC Seoul, Jeju, Jeonnam. We have huge teams here, and Bruno Lopez has scored 8 goals for us so far this season, the 26-year-old Brazilian. He is fantastic. So, the Champions League season is over for now. We haven't qualified for it. We are going to focus on the K-League because next season could be huge. If we qualify for Champions League, we could win it and we could move on. So, it was a slow start, I will admit, but we have found something now. Jeonbuk is the place to be. So I have a lot to sort out. When is our next game? It's the 31st of May. 2 days until our first game. I'll tell you what, I don't think I'll join you for that. I'll join you for Seoul. Give me 2 games to break into the team, and we'll see what can happen. But this is some exciting news. Now I have to make a new thumbnail too. So you'll know that by the time this video comes up. But I do have to make a new thumbnail. But my name has been Chivos. Leave a like if you enjoyed for our new challenge, and subscribe to see more of it. You know, this is my Pentagon challenge. Hopefully we can win the Champions League, and hopefully you subscribe to stay here to watch it. But that is it for today, and hopefully I'll catch you guys on another video.